Page 38, Cowboy's Song. It's a fun little piece. It's 4 lines long, more or less, but it's got repeat signs, so it's really longer than that, but we'll get there. Treble and bass clef, 1 flat in the key signature. We're in the key of F major. Make sure you can do the F major scale. 3/4 time, and we have a pickup beat, so we're coming in on beat 3. And you'll notice at the end, there's only 2 beats in that measure, so that's the first 2 beats. Well, let's check our notes and rhythms, and I don't think the rhythms are a problem, but the notes, let's make sure we have those. In the right hand, you're starting here. So you look at the first few notes and see what the numbers are. You really don't need these other finger numbers. Just read the notes. 4, 1. Bring the second finger down. So we're in that position. Get this, and that's tied. Hold on to it for 4 counts. And you go down to the 3rd line for the reverse repeat sign in the middle. Start with the dotted half notes. 1, 2, 3. Then one thumb again. Just come up. You come up. We just changed hand positions. And then you repeat that. You come down. Okay. That's so much for the right hand. The left hand has you have block chords and broken chords and things going on here. So it's 3 and 5. So you're in this position. Don't forget the B flat. 1, 2, 3, and then an F and B, and then broken chord. Okay. Now at the end of the line is B natural. 1. This is up. They go down to the 3rd line at the reverse repeat sign. They're block chords. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Same notes you've had before. 1. Put the hands together. You're here, and then these are together, and these are together. Remember, that's only a quarter note. Get off of it on beat 2, because the left hand needs the note anyway. Rest, the 3rd line down where the reverse repeat sign is, the dotted half note, here. It's not hard as far as the rhythm and the fingering goes compared to what you've already experienced. This is an easier piece. Let's stick around. We'll make it harder later. Articulation. Well, you're going to connect them. You have rest. You lift up for that. So you have rest. Otherwise, you're connecting them. So connect them as best you can. In the right hand or the left hand, again, you're going to connect them. You can't really. You try. Connect them. Just like at the last measure of the first line, there's nothing there for the left hand. Connect it. Now when you get to the 3rd line on the reverse repeat sign, staccato. Hands at the wrist, staccato. Short. 1. And the last line, connect it. Now the last 2 measures at the bottom, it's here. Once you lift, a little lift there between the first 2 notes. Okay, don't have to. You connect it all if you wanted to. You experiment with it. And what do you like? It's called interpreting the music. First, play it the way it's written. And then once you get to know the piece, if you want to adjust the articulation a little bit, go for it. This is an arrangement of a song. This kind of music you can rearrange after you learn it the way it's written. Then finally the dynamics, and they don't give you any dynamics. Well, isn't that fun? Bring the melody out. We want to hear the melody. Keep the left hand in the background. See, this is a challenge. I told you I'd make it challenging. Well, here we are. In the middle of the first line where the quarter rests are, you have this is melody, and this is melody. And I know they're melody because there's a word with those notes, those beats. See, the words are with that's melody. So, that's melody. Can you bring that out? So it sounds, I mean, even with the left hand playing that note, can you make it sound like one hand played it all? And then soft. That's the challenge. Can you get to that point where you can do that kind of thing? You need that kind of control eventually. So when you're doing the scales, you practice them going loud and soft, and one hand loud and one hand soft, and you take turns as one hand connected and one hand staccato, and take turns as to which hand is what. You do all that with the scales. You need the scales anyway. You just well work on this other stuff too. Follow the words as far as the melody in the second line, starting with the pickup third measure. You're here. Again, same thing, Cowboy. That's the melody. Everything else is under that. And then finally the speed. Andantino. They sure like Andantino in this book. To me, there's not a lot of difference between Andante and Andantino. Just a nice leisurely play. I mean, if you're going to sing it, maybe you don't want to sing it that fast. Sing slower. Play it 10 times, I play different every time. So please don't copy me. I'll give you an idea of what it might sound like. So you make it yours. The articulation, because they don't give you much, you can adjust it. I do typically, like in the third line down for that dotted half notes. You see the words roll on, the comma. You can separate those. Roll on, lift. You can lift up for those if you wanted. It's interpretation. You decide. Make it yours. I didn't explain much about it. I'm hoping you know. There you see the last two lines or so. There's repeat signs, and you have a first and second ending at the bottom. You understand how those work. You go all the way down, play it all the way down at the bottom, last line, and you do the first ending, and you have a repeat sign. Well, that sends you back to the reverse repeat sign. Remember the rule, if there's no reverse repeat sign, you go back to the beginning. But since there's a reverse repeat sign, you just go to there and you play that part again. And this time you skip the first ending because you've already done it. And you go directly to the second ending and you end it there. And that's how it works. They've added an extra line or so to it. Let's play it together slowly and double check the notes and the rhythms. And I am going to do the repeat and all that. So I'll give us 2 counts. Ready, go? Ready, go. Rest. 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 Rest, rest. Repeat. Second ending.